Everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv, and there is so much going on, it's not even funny. Let's start with MicroStrategy. My man, Michael Saylor. Listen here. Every time I turn around, this guy cracks me up. The reason why is because he's selling, let's be specific here, sorry about that, $600 million worth of convertible senior notes. $600 million worth. And you know what? He'll get it like that. People will buy them in a heartbeat. What is he going to do? He is going to buy more Bitcoin. What do you think he was going to do? So yeah, we're looking at that, and that's actually going to wind up being a very, very, very big deal. Again, there's only 21 million Bitcoin out there, and there's some of it that hasn't even been minted yet. And it's going to get harder to mint those Bitcoin following the halving event. Hence, everybody is piling on. Everybody. I'm talking about retail investors, institutional investors, even some governments. So we need to pay attention to this. Binance is still facing regulatory scrutiny in Nigeria. Nigeria has summoned the CEO of Binance to respond to terrorist financing allegations. He's got 7 days to do it. Wow. As Binance keeps dropping the bag, other exchanges keep picking up the loose change. That's just what's going on right now. Binance has proven, how I hope they get their act together. I hope they get their nonsense together. But that's really what it's shaping up to do. So I'm just calling that out for you. What's next? The SEC. Excuse me. Yeah, I had to clear my throat for that. Yeah. So the SEC has decided to kick the can down the road again as they look for public input for Ethereum spot ETF applications, including BlackRock, which is interesting. Let me kick the can down the road for something that's inevitable. Let me kick the can down the road and ask for public input, which I've been getting this whole time. Let me kick the can down the road just because I want to be difficult. That's it. There's no other reason. There's no other reason. I keep telling you guys, there's already a playbook. There's already a playbook. And everybody's following the Bitcoin spot ETF playbook for their Ethereum spot ETF applications. And yeah, here we go, kicking the can down the road. Now, we knew that in March, that was most likely going to happen. That's why I said the nearest that we could come to is maybe May. Maybe. But I'm expecting Gary Gensler and his cronies over there to actually continue to be a thorn in this industry's butt. Not the side, thorn in the butt. So yeah, I'm not expecting big, huge things right there. Something else that I am paying attention to is OpenSea. The reason why I'm paying attention to OpenSea is because it's becoming a slow-moving train wreck. That was once the top NFT marketplace, and now it's not. It's Magic Eden. And I suspect that OpenSea will continue to fall and continue to falter and just not find a way to step back into the game. Why is Magic Eden stepping up? Bitcoin Ordinals. Bitcoin Ordinals is the reason why Magic Eden has taken over the #1 spot. And I'm just sitting back and just saying to myself, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Do I agree with it? Do I agree with NFTs on Bitcoin? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because I just don't see Bitcoin remaining a traded commodity. I really do think that Bitcoin is going to turn into, it's a commodity for sure. But I think it's going to be something that's going to be more leveraged than anything else. So traffic, I don't know. I'm still looking at Solana, Ethereum, of course. Ethereum's got a lot going on. There are projects out there that are really popular on Solana, but still popular on Solana and Avalanche, still reaching back into Ethereum. Why? Because it has the better ecosystem. And it's still growing. People think that, oh, it's only Solana, oh, it's only Avalanche. No, Ethereum's ecosystem is growing and getting stronger. And the upcoming Dencon upgrade is going to be, if it does half as well as what I think it will do, the Denkin upgrade is going to be big, especially for projects like, Polygon that are partnering with, other chains. So that's huge. That's huger than huge. So I am paying attention to that because there are a lot of things I like about it. Somebody asked me to do research on Hedera Hashgraph. I haven't done the research yet, and I will say, it's really not meant for retail investors. So if you were lucky to get your hands on some, not mad at you. I have a bag. So I'll do the research. I've done my research, but it's kind of old. I put my money in and that was it. I'll do some more research and I'll get back to you. Now, Bitcoin spot ETFs, record inflows. I already told you that, BlackRock was the first to hit 10 billion in assets under management. And then you turn around and you hear this new record of $5.4 billion in volume. $5.4 billion in volume. Last week, I was telling you about $2.4 billion in volume. Do you see what I'm saying? Less than a week, from 2.4 to 5.4. I'm just saying it's bigger than what people think. And it's driving forward. And it is at a point where, we're at 67,104 for Bitcoin right now. Yesterday, we hit this close to the all-time high. There are no numbers where people can say this is the next level up. There are no numbers for that. The next level up from here, from 714 on my numbers later that I'll show you, the next number up is the all-time high. And after that, it's open season. So we should be paying attention to the effect of Bitcoin spot ETFs. Anybody that says, I think it's going to go down, I think it's going to hit this number, we haven't been there before. We're all just calculating. We're all just taking in the data and going through our own machinations to figure out what that next step is going to be. I bet my son, my oldest son, a hug and a kiss, that Bitcoin will blast through its all-time high this week, because he doesn't believe me. I was like, you better listen to me. Listen to your daddy. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be collecting. Actually, he hasn't left for work yet. He hasn't opened up his cookie store yet. So I might actually be able to collect like this morning. But we'll see. I mean, at 67,111, I don't think so. But, there is that chance. But I will be collecting today. And I will be showing up to that store to pick up my shake and my hug and my kiss. So if my son's listening to this, pay up, kid. That's right. Pay up. Something else that I'm paying attention to, FTX owns a lot of Solana. They got that Solana at like $12. So they just put an order on Binance, a wall at between 130 and 140. That means that they would make about $123 per. Like what? Huh? And you want to know who's really making the money over there? The bankruptcy lawyers. So a lot of people are up in arms about that, like really, really mad. And by the way, when they sell, it's going to be huge, and that's definitely going to put at least a little bit of downward pressure on Solana. Now, when I'm looking at all of the coins, and we'll get into this later, you'll be able to see who's up and who's down. And that's where you're going to start a relation, because if you're paying attention, I was listening to somebody, this morning who did a complete 180 from just last week about Shiba Inu. Everybody that's been listening to me knows I like Shiba Inu for numerous reasons. The story from their graduation from meme coin to real coin. Yeah. So people that still put it in a meme coin list, you're idiots. I mean, just joking, but you know what I mean. It just shouldn't be there anymore. They're a coin that's actually doing something. They're a project that's actually doing something. That army is driving onward and upward. Rest in peace, Dr. Brindle. He gave me that line. It's not enough that we move forward, but that we must move onward and upward. We must better ourselves. And when I look at Shiba Inu, that's exactly what they did. So this guy was like last week, like, I've lost all faith in Shiba Inu, blah, blah, blah. I listened to him today, which is his show was last night. And he was like, Shiba Inu's on my list and they're doing this and they got all this going on. And I love Shiba Inu. And I'm just like, yeah, buddy. Yeah. There's a difference between when I get something wrong and I correct myself, right? Versus somebody who does a complete 180. If I do a complete 180, you're going to hear me say I was wrong. You're going to hear me say it. So H-bar, as a matter of fact, H-bar was one of my complete 180s. One of my friends, Nicholas, was trying to convince me to buy H-bar. And I was like, no, it's too difficult, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not feeling it. He convinced me and pushed me. So I finally said, skip it. I'll put in a couple of bucks on H-bar. It has been forever and a day, but now I'm up about 50% on my H-bar. So I was wrong, right? This guy, he was just like, I love it. Shiba Inu, it's on my list of da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. All right. I give you a reason as to why I'm thinking about something. I don't talk to you about telling you what to buy or anything like that. I try to show you what research I put into everything and why I'm thinking that way. That's what I try to do. And I don't focus on Bitcoin. I focus on the complete space. So NFTs, Web3 development, metaverses, coins, any kind of derivatives, all that stuff. I'm about it all. I want to know about the whole cryptoverse. Principal member of the Metaverse Standards Forum. Right here. I'm the guy. Right? So that's where I come from. So like I said, if you see me do a 180, it's because you're also going to hear me say I was wrong. Pay attention. Pay attention to where you're getting your information. Pay attention to what information you're gathering, and make sure you find corroborating evidence. Make sure that corroborating evidence isn't the same article from another paper, which constitutes what? That's right, a press release. That doesn't make it fact. It's just a press release. So all those little things I'm trying to show you, that's what I do, right? Now, something else that I'm paying attention to, Taiwan is a big country, and not for reasons that you might think. Taiwan is a big country because that's where all the chips are made. China lays claim to Taiwan. But Taiwan is trying to make themselves bigger and stronger from a financial perspective, and more important, so that they can get protection from the rest of the world from China. So what are the things that they're thinking about? The same thing that South Korea is thinking about, which is introducing spot ETFs. You're talking about two countries that are already technology hubs, already embracing crypto, and now they're going to take it a step beyond. Like, to me, that's a foregone conclusion. They're going to do spot ETFs. The reason why I bring this up is because a spot ETF in this country, a spot ETF in that country, and what do you have? Huge demand. So when I hear analysts talking about there's going to be a pullback, I simply say, when? Come here, Stitchy. Come up. How come you always just want to sit there? You never want to get on camera. Never wants to get on camera, but he's on camera a little bit. There you go. There's a little bit of Stitchy. My mom calls him floppy ears because she just loves his ears. Loves his ears. Good boy. So, I'm looking at, South Korea. I'm looking at Taiwan. I'm looking at other countries that are considering spot ETFs. And I sit there and just go, more demand. So now I've got to pay really close attention to when Bitcoin goes up, what else goes up? What goes down? When attention is over here, who's also sharing in that attention? Because obviously it's Doge, Shiba Inu, and it's not Solana. Just saying, everything seems to be moving differently when you look across the board. So pay attention to when something goes up, what goes down, right? Because those can be indicators for you. And what goes down could be an indicator for what's about to go up. All right, go ahead. Good boy. So I'm paying attention to things like that where I can see things move. Then I'm looking at a major investment into this company, Banks. They got $20 million from, let me just read it to you, Ledger, Tezos, Chiron, and the British Business Bank. And they're focusing on non-custodial, on-chain products and services, basically payments. So yeah, when I look at everything, I'm seeing a lot of implications of the future for more adoption and not necessarily downfalls. So we've had massive sell-offs, we've had all these things, and we're still looking at Bitcoin rising. That's a lot. That's a heck of a lot. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. So let's switch on over. Yeah, those are my notes. I know. You guys don't need to see my notes. Sometimes you don't. So yeah, right now we're at 66,986. We were at 67. We did hit this high right here of 68.8 and something. You know, so that was a big deal. I could put a line there, but really it's just the all-time high. We're looking at 69,000. That's really where we are. Okay. And then after that, there's nothing we can do. There are no numbers that I can give you, no call outs, because, you know, when you look, come on, there you go. When you look up here, we haven't been there before. There's no history. Which is why I do a little bit of technical analysis. You guys see me do that and all that and everything. Excuse me. But I rely on macro, micro, mini events. I look at news. Because when you haven't treaded in the water before, you need something else to be able to tell you what could happen, what might happen. Right? And that's how I do my research. I don't rely on just numbers, because you're looking at a point right now where we haven't been there before. There's no history. That's what I'm paying attention to. All right. So let's start from the top. You have Powell talking tomorrow. So nothing today is going to matter. You have Powell talking tomorrow about the economy, and everybody's going to be listening to what's going on. Have a good day at school, boo-boo. So then you have the fear and greed index at 90. I don't need to say anything else about that, right? Okay. The number here, the total value locked, from 114 to 122 almost. So what's that, an $8 billion move or $7.5 billion move from yesterday in total value locked? Yeah. We are well on our way to getting back to that $200 million or 200 billion. That's huge. That's huge news. That means people are believing in what and where we're going with it all. When you look at this big board, yeah, look at Shiba Inu, look at Doge right next door, even Pepe's up, Theta's up, Optimum's up. I mean, Optimum, oh my God. That's really funny. So Optimism is up. Look at the market cap, look at the volume. These are things that I'm paying attention to. Look at this, right? This is why I tell people all the time, you need to start paying attention to how things flow, how things move. Look at Solana down, Cardano down. Other things are up and they're down. This is what I'm paying attention to. Okay? It's that correlation of things. When can I expect for this to go up? Not necessarily when this goes up. It's going to be the opposite. They're moving in different directions right now. Even though Solana is at 132. Even though Cardano's at 77 cents. What? That's a 20-cent move in just days. 20 cents. 40, what's that? A 40% move in days? Oh, it's 57? No, it's only 20 cents. I have to do better on math. Avalanche down. That's okay, because they'll come back up. Again, I'm just looking for when things go up, when things go down, and that's when I'm going to buy. Ethereum, I don't know why people aren't paying attention to Ethereum. And you'll see it better over here. Look at this. Ethereum year to date is up 65%. How come people aren't paying more attention to Ethereum? It's been quietly moving. You know, just what was it, yesterday or the day before? I was showing you guys where, you know, the year to date numbers between Ethereum and Bitcoin were basically equal. And then all of a sudden, here you go. I kept telling you, there's that time when, you know, they move in a correlated fashion, and all of a sudden Ethereum just takes a pop up. This is one of those times, right? But you can make money in a lot of different places. Look at it. Look at Ethereum. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Binance Coin. Look at Solana up basically 30% year to date, right? Not doing great right now, but it's up comparatively to other time periods. And then you squeeze all the way down here and look at this. Where's Shiba Inu? It has bunny hopped a lot of. It went from number 16 to number 10. And for a period of time yesterday, it actually bunny hopped Doge. For a period of time yesterday, Doge was number 10 and Shiba Inu was number 9. And do I expect that to happen again? Yes, I very much expect that to happen again. And you know what else I expect to happen again? It's highly possible that Shiba Inu could bunny hop beyond Cardano. Now, you sit back and you kind of go, what? Yeah. What's after that? A stable coin. Just pay attention to what's going on and you start to realize, holy moly, Shiba Inu is not a meme coin. Not anymore. It's got a whole ecosystem and I love it. I'm here for it all. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, drop me a note. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. We've got a lot of things coming. If you look above my head, actually, I'll show you. If you look above my head, you can see that I have a date for a class. The first class will be April 2nd, 2024. We'll open up sales for that class very shortly. I just want to solidify the book. I am reading the book right now. It's almost there because obviously a part of the class is you get a physical book. This is not going to be one of those classes where somebody just yaps at you and you take your own notes and that's it. No, you get the class, you get membership to the site. You also get that physical book and there might be another surprise. There might be another surprise. We're working on it. We're definitely working on it. We think that right now there comes a time where people need to understand you don't just buy into something because everybody else is buying in. Buying in for the sake of buying in is a problem. So what we want to do is we want to give you those foundations. And that's actually the name of the book. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you have some critiques, please share them with me. I would love to improve how I deliver things and what things I deliver to you. And yes, I will do that review on Hashgraph. Have a good one. Bye-bye.